I've pressed the button. Means we must be live. So, I've just been thinking about what I want to talk about because I've just done my workout. So I'm sweaty. I'm sitting right next to the kettle that's just boiled as well, which is a bit daft. Today I had a client who is on one of my weight loss programs, and she is getting very excited about eating slightly differently. But she also was like asking a lot of, well, is this definitely going to work sort of questions. So that sort of said to me that she's getting very attached to the result of this attempt, shall we say. So what's happening there is, well, I said to her, so, what, let's say it doesn't work. What does that mean to you? And she's like, I think her words were, I'll be deeply disappointed, or along the lines of very disappointed. And well, that's fair enough, being disappointed, but just the fact that she was asking many times, is this going to work? Am I finally going to get there? Some of it was excitement, I think. But there's also this egoic attachment to the result. And that is a massive stumbling block for people, that is, because we have this inability to change tack and to change our mind and stuff like that because of we're frozen by the fear of criticism or the fear of judgment, even from ourselves, but often or mostly from other people, of getting it wrong. So it's like, with something like a business venture, you go bang into it and you're so worried about making mistakes that you're frozen and don't go for it with anything. And this is why people never really go for their dreams, is because they're so worried about what people will say. Now, when you're worried about what people will say, that is an ego thing, because you almost know it deep down. There's no need to care what anyone says. The people say things like, in fact, I've just had somebody say to me, I was talking about my ideal client avatar, which is like, if you don't know, that is just who your perfect client is, and it's something to think about when you're marketing. And I said something about changing my ideal client avatar. It's basically the same sort of clients, but just something slightly different about them. And there was a sort of, well, that'll be the third time in 7 months you've changed it. And I'm like, so what? Like, if you get inspired to do something else or change slightly, I think a wise person goes with what the instinct is. And this is the problem when you've got this egoic fear of criticism and stuff, and it's going to hurt your feelings and stuff like that, is that you can't make changes. You're worried about making changes. You can't really go for it and stuff like that. You get attached. And I think a great thing would be for people to learn, especially teach our kids, is to be unattached to decisions, to be able to make unemotional decisions, almost to more go with your passion. Because when you can move away from this fear and this worry, this identity driven worry about being criticised and stuff, you actually allow your innate wisdom, should we say, your intuition, to come through and help you make decisions and go for things. So yeah, like, I'm all for throwing everything against the wall and seeing what sticks. So yeah, that's what I wanted to say today. So this lady, I said, let's just do it and see what happens. It might work great for you, or we might have to adjust things. But you only know by trying. It's like, you don't get good at doing, you don't get good at doing push-ups by reading loads of articles or watching loads of YouTube videos about doing push-ups. You get good at doing push-ups by getting down, doing some push-ups and seeing where your weaknesses are and getting better. Adapt. That's one thing that humans are brilliant at, is adapting. But if you're stuck in the fear of your ego and your identity, then making decisions becomes almost impossible. Have a great weekend, guys. I'll still be here tomorrow. Take care. Good night.